Hello, welcome back. This is Kench1913, and we are Let's Playing King's Quest. In the last episode, we made it to the Ice Palace. We pretty much we're gonna have some bonding time with Alexander as we attempt to solve some puzzles, and hopefully we will become better parents and better sons. Fathers and sons that will all become better. And yeah, this chapter is a little interesting because it honestly only takes place in this whole ice palace, and it really is just a series of puzzles. Not that puzzles are bad, honestly. I think puzzles are fine. I just think this section is too many puzzles. They kind of just like, But I honestly like the whole... I kind of like the story, but I just feel like keeping you stuck in one location the whole time.
Wow, it's so glorious to see two of Daventry's greats in action.
Thank you, Sphinx, sir.
This next room requires strong team communication. I'm sure you'll sail through.
All right, we are doing this one together. Just relax and get in your puzzle zone.
Sure thing, Pops.
Alright, Alexander, you be the angsty teen I always thought you were, or maybe I never thought you were an angsty teen. I'm not 100% sure.
Perhaps I was approaching this all wrong. I probably wasn't being clear. So, I tried a new method of teaching.
Alexander, can you give me a hand?
All right.
Man, I never thought he would be an angsty teen. He always seemed like he would be a pretty cool kid. Oh no, okay, so this part here, you have to get obviously the two ones with the line over there.
Alexander, over there.
And yeah, Alexander's gonna be pushing them, although we won't see the animation every single time, honestly. But yeah, this is a lot of puzzles and not as much story as you would hope. There are a few lines where they kind of explain certain things about the characters, but...
Right this way. Looking good.
I'm glad I'm being useful.
No, you're very good, Alexander. You don't have to be so angsty all the time, man. Alright, so what I need to do... I do figure this puzzle out, I will admit, but, yeah, it takes a moment or two to start getting the gears clicking in the old Naga noodle.
Isn't this fun?
Boatloads. What should I move next?
See, it's not like he's very happy right now. I think if I move this up over here... But yeah, so... There are like 13 puzzles. I think we're on like 3 or 4 or something. And there's like 13 plus other stuff. It's just a lot. It's really a lot. I think there were like... Maybe... I don't know. Maybe maybe there were people bitching like, hey man, where's all the... What the hell's the deal? We don't have any goddamn
so
puzzles.
Great. It's like you were born for this.
Oh, trust me. I'm good at following orders.
What was that?
I said, always seek adventure.
Oh, we're so alike.
Aw. Poor Grammys. See, the problem with Graham is he's thinking Alexander is going to be just like him, when the case is Alexander is his own dude. Kind of like what Bramble said, you know? She said let him, you know, give him room to rise. Be a loving, caring dad, of course, but you just gotta give him room to rise. Shit like that, you know what I mean? Alright, I think what I have to do, right, is move this piece. Move the first line piece over, then move that thing down, then move that thing up and over. Maybe, I don't know. We'll figure this out. Now, you think this puzzle's bad. They actually do get a little worse, but the thing about it is honestly, there's one puzzle near the end that gave me a lot of trouble. A lot. gave me a lot of trouble. See, now if I move that all the way over there, right? And then I move that thing up and all the way over, I could potentially do it. And yeah, I don't know if there's a way to reset it. At least not this puzzle. So yeah, let's push this one down. And over, and over, and down. And there we go, we got the first one. Now we just need to get the next one in. But yeah, a lot of puzzles, a lot of ice. We will reunite with one character, that is true. But the thing about it is like, well, I guess it makes sense, but you'll see. You will see. Alright, so now what we need to do is move this one all the way up. And all the way over. This music reminds... You know what this music reminds me of? For something from, Shadow of Destiny. That's what it kind of reminds me from. Or reminds me of. Now, you don't really need to put this here. I just did it. But yeah, let's just move this over and over and over. But yeah, if you remember from King's Quest 3, or King's Quest 4, or 3 actually, 3, pretty much Alexander comes back, he saves Rosella from a dragon. Pretty much the Daventry is going to crap while Alexander's gone. And then as soon as Graham's like, yeah, I'm giving him adventuring.
You think any of these rooms have anything more dexterity based?
Maybe. Well, you have to literally touch the thing. There we go. And our next puzzle is complete.
Very well done. It's like you've been doing this forever.
Yeah, thank you again.
All right, so my new method of teaching was shouting directions loudly and repeatedly, but I think he was learning.
Yeah, poor Alexander, he's just gotta do what his dad tells him. Now, this is a sliding block puzzle, which can get a little tricky, but
Do you have any more orders?
Yeah, poor Alexander, more orders.
This puzzle was a bit different. Ice on the floor made the blocks slide all the way across.
Right.
Alexander, if you would.
Giving orders comes pretty natural to a king, huh?
Ooh.
Let's focus on the puzzles, boys. You will only make it through this together.
The angst is really coming out on old Alexander. But anyways,
I know, I got it.
I can't believe how different I am from Dad.
It will terrorize you how untrue that statement will become.
yeah. So, yeah, because Alexander actually goes on quite a many adventure with the, you know, the land of the Green Isles and all that. So, okay, so, what was I saying before? After the third King's Quest, pretty much Alexander, or, Graham pretty much is like, yeah, I'm done adventuring, and, you know, he throws his cap, his adventurer's cap to Rosella and Alexander, and then he suddenly becomes ill, so maybe that whole thing didn't happen, I don't know. Or, I think it does happen, this is just like a more of a reimagining of it. And then after that, you know, someone, after Rosella saves Graham, a certain someone
You'll have to
does
excuse
something.
me for a moment. I have some business to take care of. I'll be back momentarily.
What, you going to the bathroom or something? Do Sphinxes even need to go to the bathroom? Uh-oh.
Run! Follow me, Padre! Now this is more like it!
Alright, so as you can see, I already
Let's go
effed
right.
up.
Are you having fun?
I never...
I know I am! How about left?
Yeah, I never touched the,
Keep up,
thing.
old man!
Yeah, and you
Right.
can't... And you
I
can't...
can't imagine Dad loving danger. He's so overprotective.
And you blame him for wanting to hold his child close after what we've been through?
Yeah. And yeah, as you can see, I didn't touch the thing.
I know. I'm all ready.
Now this is
There
more
we go.
like it. Let's go right.
Yeah,
What?
Alexander
I know I
likes
am.
adventure. I mean,
How about
shit.
left?
The Land of the Green Isles, he was all about checking out
Keep
all the
up, old
islands
man.
and being... Well, he's more romantic, I guess, because that was all
Right.
done for being
I
in love.
can't imagine Dad loving danger. He's so overprotective.
And you blame him for wanting to hold his child close after what we've been through?
Yeah, what we've been through, what do you mean? Like, oh, him getting caught? Yeah, I guess.
Wetzel wolves.
Oh, more of these.
Oh, I've got this one.
Too bad we
What's
don't
your
have a
strategy?
lantern.
Remember the 4 E's of puzzle solving, experimenting, educating.
I got something else cooked up.
Oh?
I still have a few pieces left.
Are those cat cookies?
It sure is.
The ones you fed to Mananan?
The very same.
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
No, it's
Now
a great
it's time
idea.
for you to watch and learn.
Look at them, they're kitties.
Wasn't that awesome?
Yes, and I appreciate the skill it took to bake that recipe.
It took a lot more than skill.
I've just never been one to subvert the rules like that. Manny tried to cheat his way, and mine, into the knighthood. And, well, I just hope that didn't rub off on you.
Well, sorry. I guess I just wasted that piece.
No worries. There are plenty of other puzzles for us to solve.
Yeah,
I
man.
started to realize that Manannan's teachings had stuck with my son. No matter, I would find a way to scrub those out.
It's alright. You know, sometimes that's the only way to do it, is with magic, man.
A
Nothing wrong with
target
that.
was strategically placed across a chasm. This seemed like the opportunity to give Alexander my perfect gift.
Looks like this is the time.
Time for what?
I have a gift for you. It's been a long time coming.
Really?
Let me see here. Ah, yes, here we go. Your very own bow.
Yeah, like
Now
a
we can
chaka.
finally be the dueling archers we were meant to be.
Oh, a bow. Thanks. You shouldn't have.
Give it a try.
Like, this? Oh.
Wait, hold on. Let me make one minor correction.
Oh, just like a chaka.
Tell me when.
Alright, it doesn't really matter
Visualize
when.
the target coming to you. Oh, you were close.
It doesn't matter.
Well,
You can't.
the gift
he
is
can't hit it.
stunning. I'll keep practicing. Oh, hey, I have another idea.
Look at that. He's
You
got
do?
pockets.
Yeah,
too.
it's a bit of magic I learned from the sorcery of old.
Manny's magic book?
Yeah, I mean, it's quite easy. First you get fired up, and then you snap.
Wow, he could do magic like no one's business.
I'm not a fan of that sound.
But isn't it cool?
It is very cool.
I don't know about that dark magic, son. It can be very dangerous. I've seen firsthand what it can do.
Don't worry about it. I can handle it. Magic is all about who wields it. You want me to teach you?
I think it's best if we move along. Your mother and sister are waiting.
Come on, it's easy. Just tap into your inner emotions and snap.
Sounds easy for a teenager.
Yeah.
Well, I've been learning all day from you. Can you just try for me? Come on, Dad. You gotta get more fired up.
There. Nothing, see? Now can we refrain from snapping for the rest of this trip?
Yeah.
Sound echoes in here. This old man can't take it.
Well,
I just wanted to chime in and say that magical solutions are perfectly valid in this labyrinth.
Well, that's not how we do things in Daventry.
maybe we should a little bit, maybe.
All right.
I was starting to detect a little bit of a bad attitude in Alexander. How was I supposed to guide his arrow through life if he never took a shot?
Well, he does, but just not with an arrow. He uses magic. See, here's where it's like, man, you gotta be like, alright, magic's cool. Try not, yeah, and Alexander, you know, the guy who wields
I love
it.
it when Dad does magic. Why couldn't you just let him be?
Yeah,
For
see?
18 years, Gwendolyn, I painted an image in my head of who my son would be. I was learning quickly, however, that my imaginary portrait was a bit off model.
Yes.
Alright, I guess I'll head down there. You shoot the switches with your arrows. So primitive.
If I could just snap my fingers and make you gentlemen magically get along, I would. Sadly, I lack the opposable thumbs to perform such a feat.
Well, you don't have
Where
to
should
rub
I
it in.
start?
Alright, so this puzzle you need to start in the upper right corner, although I guess you don't have to. See, all you have to do is, now there's going to be switches between the areas. All you got to do is hit the switches, and he'll run over and there's a lever on the walkway.
Over there.
So he'll run across the walkway, pull the switch, and then go to the other spot. And what that will do is it will open up a little platform over here. So yeah.
Where to, oh non-magical one?
Go this way. Man, Alexander doesn't have to keep rubbing it in. I mean, Graham will eventually do some magic in King's Quest V when we get to that, or whenever that happens in this timeline. But he doesn't rely on it. I mean, his son, you know, Alexander doesn't really rely on it either, but there's nothing wrong with magic. I mean, it's just like he said, you know, it's all who wields it.
Just so you know, I still need to practice magic for my act. It's Caduceus the Magnificent's big finish.
Yeah, sure, you could do it. So from there, after you get to this point, you can honestly go whichever way you'd like. So I'm gonna go over this way. But yeah, if Graham gets like, I don't really like to use the word triggered. If he ends up getting, you know, what's the word? If he ends up like getting scared from just snapping, I'd hate to see him like
Now we are working together.
dance
The
competition.
dueling archers. Well, the monologuing archer and Caduceus, the switch puller.
But yeah, you know what? It's better than nothing, huh? Working together like this is better than not working together at all. But yeah, so there you go. Alexander does use more magic in King's Quest 6, but it's not like shooting fireballs or anything. Yeah, this puzzle's fairly easy. Yeah, if only Graham wasn't so hesitant about using magic. To be honest, I would honestly rather use magic. It involves a different type of skill, but a skill nonetheless, something that you need to hone, just like if you were using a bow and arrow. You know? And how the hell did he get down
I
there?
think we were getting this. With a bit more training, Alexander would make a great king for Daventry.
You got anything to say, Mr. A? No? Alright. Now let's go across. I mean, I guess Alexander did have a spell
Well,
for flying.
I guess we should get this snow on the road.
Oh, I'm not really into punning.
Oh no!
I see. Well, I was just playing around. No need for the cold shoulder. Or a meltdown.
Please stop.
Oh, come now, Alexander. Everyone in Daventry loves puns. Give it a shot.
Fine. What do you call family of koala bears in the Arctic?
Bipolar bears.
You call them lost. Really, really lost.
That's more of a punchline than a pun.
Look, it's just a lot of angst, teenagery things, you know. Kids usually are a bunch of shithead. I mean, I was too. I mean, mostly everyone I know was a shithead when they were a teenager.
Alrighty, Alexander. Let's get to work on solving this.
But once you got a little
perhaps
older...
we could just, I don't know, blast a hole in the ice over there.
What? Alexander, we are not in a race. The goal is not just to forge a shortcut to the end. This room has been carefully crafted with conundrums to expand our minds and foster our creativity.
Yes.
With a sliding tile puzzle? I'll be waiting over there.
Yeah, sliding tile puzzles.
Are you sure you want me to melt that ice? This puzzle could be a lot simpler.
Yes. Well, honestly, Alexander, I think I would rather you
Move
melt
that long
the
piece
ice.
over here. Let me melt that ice.
So you could honestly do this without him melting the... Well, maybe not. I don't know. Anyways, you can... You pretty much have to have him melt the ice. I mean, you could do it without it. But, yeah, this is a tricky. So what we want to do is... We're going to move the little piece. Just a little piece. So yeah, if we move this spot right in front of Alexander, he will melt the ice for us. Which will actually make this puzzle, really easy.
Watch your head.
Alexander, I thought we agreed not to use that magic in here.
Well, I didn't see another way.
You're not following the 4 E's.
Dad, I'm 18. You don't need to talk down to me.
Yeah, man. I mean, think of
Sorry, I'm not sorry.
I mean, think of Alexander as your peer. I mean, shit, he's had adventures too, man. He's had a lot of adventures if you really think about it.
Have you shared the story with Mom?
Queen Casimir used to have quite the wild side as well.
Whoa. Cassima? I think you mean Cassima. And yeah, that's literally the only reference to Cassima in the whole goddamn game.
Perhaps it would be easier to be his friend. This parenting stuff has its limits.
Well, not really, and I'm not talking about limits. Well, it might be the only reference to Cassima in this game, honestly. I could be wrong, but...
You gotta admit that was clutch, right?
That was good.
Those mad fire skills, though.
No, you got pretty sweet skills. But yeah, Cassima, I don't remember her being wild. I remember her being a slave of a certain evil wizard.
I'm not sure how the story is supposed to help me with Gart.
Stay with me, sweetheart. Sometimes it has to get worse before it can get better.
Okay, now this puzzle is very tricky.
I need a break. I'm gonna go wait over there and think about what I'm gonna write in my journal later.
What journal?
What in the caduceus grace is journaling?
Oh, like the shining stars. I'm not Gwendolyn Caduceus Jr.
Well, you would never be Gwendolyn Caduceus Jr. You'd have to be Gwydion Caduceus Jr.
I've been meaning to ask, what was that syrup smell in the throne room?
Oh, that's guard number 2. He's
I wasn't expecting this adventure to be so linear.
See, I
Aren't
think
we supposed to collect a bunch of crazy items and then use them on random objects?
Yeah, like a pie.
So,
on
you
a Yeti.
figured out that the labyrinth is most certainly a trap, right?
Yes.
I've said my piece. Now I'm going back to reflecting. Whoa-ha. Whoa-ha.
He's a reflective boy, I guess. Anyways, this puzzle's fairly
I do
tricky.
have to admit, I was starting to get frustrated at that boy's lack of participation. I didn't say anything, though. Didn't want to end up in that journal.
Yeah, because once you get in the journal, that's it. So we need to get this piece over there, but you have to flip it a certain way. And, yeah, it can be tricky to figure out, to be honest.
Can you please stop that snapping?
Sorry, it's a nervous habit.
Look, here's what you need to do, right? Graham, what you need to honestly do is tell Alexander why you don't like snapping. How about that one? How about you just tell him, hey man, when you were a little boy and Mananan came in the room, he was using all kinds of magic by snapping. And, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't like that sound because it reminds me...
You're doing it again.
Sorry.
Of when you got taken away. See? Little communication would solve a lot. Granted, I mean, I know it's just a video game, but I'm just stating, communication is the key, to be honest.
Alexander, please. That sound is bringing me back to a very dark place.
See? And then you just explain it. You tell him, look, Al, I can't have you be doing that. Al, it's a bad idea. So, okay, before we go on, that's the tricky one. Now all you have to do is bring this up all the way, right all the way, and then up one all the way. But I want to tell you about that little switch over there. Do not hit it. If you're doing this and you're doing good, do not hit it. If you're not doing good, use the switch, because it will revert the blocks back to their original spot so you can try it again. But for the most part, do not, I repeat, do not touch that switch, especially if you're doing pretty good like myself. And there we go. And yeah, I am gonna hit the switch, and yeah, I am stupid. I am actually going to, dearie. I'm actually gonna do this in the next episode. I'll start with all these things done so we could just do it. But yeah, I've been Kenshin 1913. We'll continue going through the Ice Palace in the next episode. Bye-bye!